So I recently bought myself a used skateboard, and I had an insight while I was riding it today. So I didn't learn how to skate until I was like in my early 30s, and my boyfriend at the time just taught me. I fell pretty hard, like twice. And after that, I was scared, of like going downhill too quickly and not being able to stop. But I love the way it felt to, ride. I love the way the wind felt, to not have to use your hands. It felt very freeing. So recently in this neighborhood that I live in right now, I've been noticing people skateboarding and bike riding, and I thought, oh, it'd be nice to skateboard, because I noticed that the trails around my house, like the road, is pretty even. And I thought it would be easy just to like cruise around. Like, I'm not interested in doing tricks or going fast. I just like the feeling. So I got a used skateboard, and I got a smaller one because I didn't want it to be heavy to carry around. But the smaller it is, the less stable. And as I was getting used to riding again, I noticed that even if there was just like a little bit of a hill, and I started picking up speed, I would get scared and kind of like jump off the board. And but then if it's like a little bit, if the road is going uphill, for instance, or if it's completely flat, then I want to go a little faster. So I was just thinking about how in life, like I often think that I want things to move faster than they do. But if things really were to move as fast as I think that I want them to, I would probably get scared and jump off, right? And so an example of this is, so with the gardening project, when I first had the intention to co-create a garden, I was picturing a garden like outside, and I was intimidated by it, but I was ready to do it. And the day that I was ready to like dig up the ground and start this project, I was guided to start indoors. And that felt much more accessible to me because, there's a lot less to worry about, like bugs and deer and the temperature and all of that. But I also felt like almost like it was too easy, well, just growing a couple plants inside, like that's not this like big project that I was envisioning. And this is, an example of the way that I often view things. Like it has to be hard or big or extreme for it to be meaningful. And what's interesting is I told you in the earlier videos, like my dad has been starting a new garden, a flower garden and a vegetable garden. And they're beautiful. But he has had to bring the plants inside and outside, like I think 3 or 4 times, because the weather is so unpredictable right now. And so watching him, I realized, the perfection of nature guiding me to do the garden indoors. The seeds came in much later than I expected. I got the seeds today. If the seeds had come when I had wanted them to, I don't think I would have had the attention for them, because things have come up since I started this project. So I felt they came at a perfect time, and so I went to my nature sanctuary and blessed the seeds, and then I asked, whether I was to plant them all, and I got the guidance to plant 3. So that's what I'm doing today. It's it's the Kabloom Light Pink Blast of Flowers, Peppermint, and Purple Rain. So I'm gonna start them in my room, and we will see what happens.